the East Side know.
Welcome to the South Pod, where we cover the storylines and the stats of the NFC South. My name's Corey. I don't know why he laughing, but that's my boy Kratos, and I got my boy Frodo, aka Telly, with us, man. And like I said, we cover the news of the NFC South, all things NFC South, the good, bad, and the ugly. And this week was definitely ugly. There was a football game on Thursday night between the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Creamsicle game. And if you would have told me that Atlanta would have 19 penalties for 125 yards total, Tampa will have 4 penalties for 25 yards total, and Atlanta was down 14 in the fourth quarter, if you would have told me that Atlanta was going to come back and win that game, I would have believed you, because that's the way the Buccaneers have been playing ever since they came off this bye. We are looking at the pretenders of the NFC, the pretenders. And when I say pretenders, when it comes to good teams that's ready to turn that corner, that's supposed to be competing for a Super Bowl, that's not them. That's not them at all. In a chance to take over the division and put a stranglehold on it, all they had to do was win these 2 games, and it would have been a cakewalk. Guess what they do? They do what true Buccaneers do. They show up and they show out, not in a good way. The only bright side to this weekend is that god dang, New Orleans pulled one off for us. That's the only bright side to this weekend. Now, mind you, they can't win for themselves, but they can win for everybody else. So shout out to New Orleans, man. I really do appreciate that, man, because I was ready. I've been sick this whole weekend, man.
Oh, shit.
I've been sick this whole weekend from the fake drinks that me and Telly got before the game at the tailgate. And my stomach bubbling, bruh. It's been a crazy weekend, man. But let's talk about that Thursday night game. Before we went into the game, I told y'all we had 3 strikes against us, right? I told y'all, number 1, it was a primetime game.
Yep.
Number 2, we was in them funky ass creamsicle jerseys. And number 3, Kirk Cousins was starting. I told y'all this before the game even took place. I said, yeah, this is an L. Them boys will go out there and Kirk, true fashion, they threw for 365 passing yards, man. And Kenny Pitts looked like the new hybrid tight end that's going to propel the league into the next generation, because he was killing them. 166 yards for a tight end. Wasn't that the most for a tight end, Telly?
Yeah, he made a record.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And throughout the whole game, we all sitting up there saying, hey, stop Pitts, stop Bijan. And guess who went wild? Pitts and Bijan. Like, if you're a defensive coordinator and Drake London is out, come on, man. Talk about it, Telly.
Now, you already know what I got to say about that.
I know you didn't want to win, man, but come on. Tell me,
no,
when we watched the game, yeah, you did not want to win. Telly was the only Falcons fan that was mad in the stadium. He was the only Falcon fan that was mad, man. I mean, Will, you watched the game. That game was horrible, officiating across the board. Win has a tie. I ain't never seen a tie fumble. And the defensive men come up holding the ball and they still huddled up. It's a tie. It's a tie. And man, I have never seen nothing like that in my life, man.
Yeah, it's that game was ugly all the way around. One, it was cold in Tampa, that was odd because it's not supposed to be cold out here in December. I miss this game every year for the past, I think, 5 years or so, and that's the coldest it's ever been. the game, so that probably threw everything off because the shit was just out of sorts. Because like I said, referees, I like they just. I mean, I know Vegas didn't pay y'all that much money, but y'all was like flag after flag after flag after flag. I like God, like we can't even get to the game because every play it was a flag, like multiple flags. Like that's ridiculous. Like you said, 19 on flags. The guy I was sitting next to, he the guy I was sitting next to, me and him was having a friendly talk about it. He was a Falcons fan too, by curious, just being curious. He was a Falcons fan too. He said, "Man, I think we get to 20. We're gonna get to 20 goddamn penalties before the game over with." I said, "I think we're gonna get there too." Came pretty doggone close, but my thing is, man, y'all let me down. That's all I gotta say. Y'all Bucks let me down. I thought for sure that y'all were gonna pull it out and take care of us, so I can go ahead and get rid of my head coach. But you got your own plans, trying to fire your own head coach. I guess I don't know what's going on. But I just asked for something simple, man. It's so bad that when I saw what happened and we was gonna kick that field goal, I got and walked out. I didn't even see it. So as a Falcon fan, I should have been there, going crazy. No, I just got up and walked out because I didn't want to see it. I was like, I don't want to see that mess. So I left.
It was pretty pathetic, man. Bowles got booed. The fans were not happy with Bowles, and Mike erupted on the sideline. Not to mention Vita and Winfield. They were hashing it out with Hassan Reddick walking back to the tunnel. So I'm just like, okay, they having a collapse, total collapse. Stick a fork in them. They done. They are done. That was some of the most horrible defensive play I ever seen. That game was it was sickening, telling you. It was sickening, man. I could not believe what I was watching. That the miscues on defense, and they chalk it up to execution. But come on, you shouldn't convert 3rd and 28. You shouldn't convert 4th and 14. There is back to back. There's no way that's supposed to happen. And they asked Bowles about it, whatever. He's like you shouldn't convert on 3rd and 28. Well, I'm like, well, what defense did you put in play? Because guess what? They converted on 3rd and 28. Like
one that didn't work.
You stopped blitzing. You stopped blitzing Kirk, and Kirk was rattled the whole game. Even if he was throwing incomplete pass, but he was rattled. The blitz coming, he was getting it out of there. But you give Kirk a chance in a zone, that's the end result. And Pitts, like I said, that's the new protege for tight ends. If they want to, they blueprint that game. Say, hey, tight end, this is the production we need from y'all. This is the exact production. He was going off, man. That it was. I can't even put a post on it. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Man, now you said it before. You said it actually in two of our podcasts, actually back to back. You said, Bowles know they're going to go up the middle, and he's still not going to stay in the middle. He even said that at halftime. Did y'all pick up on that when he said that at halftime when they talked to him? I was like, "What? Do what you were supposed to damn do then."
We don't get that on the field, man.
Bro, what's crazy is, like you said, for some reason this weekend or this week we had a million freaking penalties, and just NFC South, just in our division, y'all had 19. Y'all saw what the hell went on with us and Carolina. I don't know what's going on, bro. I think they just like watching us, I guess, struggle in misery or try to win in misery. I don't get it.
All I know is this shit been eerie ever since we played in that game against New Orleans. It's like a dark cloud casted over the stadium. Ever since we played New Orleans, man, I'm like, whoa. Something don't feel right.
I think we rattled some chicken bones Kool-Aid. That's what it was, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you, Will, it was, the atmosphere is off, man. It's like, we ain't even gonna talk about just the fanfare and all that stuff, whatever, but the team seems like they have nothing to play for. Like, and to me, when something like that happens and you can't get up for them division rivalry games, and you need them games because you've been in a slump, you can't get up for them. Well, let me tell you that. You can't close. You can't close. That's telling you, man, they head is elsewhere. Like, you think you're going to win just off of merits, whatever. Because contrary to popular belief, you're not the best team in the NFC South. You're on the downslope, and Carolina was trending up. Carolina's like Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, man, because you don't know what the hell you're gonna get from Carolina, and that's truth be told, that's a scary team.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get. You do not know what you're gonna get, but true in NFC South true fashion, things happened this weekend the way they actually did, and I'm really not surprised about it. But back to the Bucks in Atlanta, man, that was the defensive execution was lacking, and that's if you're a head coach and that's your calling card, you gotta own that, man. You literally gotta own that. And I don't like the fact that he called the players out to the media, or he trying to speak to the players through the media, talking about they gotta own it, they gotta own it. They execute the plays that you're calling. If a person is out of position, you got position coaches. Y'all need to be on their ass, man, trying to get them right, man, because that's horrible for a team that's supposed to be. I don't even want to use the word contender, man. Supposed to be a good team on paper. Ain't nowhere in hell that's a good team, man. They are not a good team. Ant, what you think? Before you start talking, Ant, though, I appreciate you. Ant, hold up. Before you start talking, I appreciate the morale check. He called me on Friday. He was like, he said, Mo, I just want to touch bases with you, man. Make sure
That's that. You did that buddy check, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate Ant for the buddy check in, but go ahead, Ant. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I ain't with them Blue Falcon activities. Man, it was crucial. Man, that was a tough loss. I just, man, it's just a weird season. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't count these boys out yet. I mean, that's everybody. I'm not counting nobody out until they out. That's just how crazy this season is. I know it's a lot to try to push hope into, because you want to look at the team and say, hey, we not beating nobody. I just don't know. I say that week after week. You think one team is going to do something, and they come out and they do something else. Just like, again, I'm thinking Carolina's going to go into New Orleans and win that game. No. It's just a week to week thing, man. Because what it's looking like, man, injuries can change the course. You got to survive at this point to get into the playoffs. Everybody's in survival mode. Guys are dropping like flies across the league. So I think it's just a thing of just, man, you in it until you ain't in it. And I know it's a lot of, I know you don't want to put hope into it, Mo, but I still see Tampa as a tough out. I don't care who they go against. They're going to be a tough out.
Oh, no, understood. But they don't say Tampa going to be a tough out because they ain't did it yet. It's still time. Shit can happen. But I agree with you, Ant, on is a week to week. It's how they're losing. And come on, man. It's how they're losing. Nothing about the team.
I'm with you.
I won't say that. But then you mentioned injuries and teams are getting banged up. But it's the opposite with Tampa. For the first time Thursday, they had the whole offense. Every single weapon that we had, they had. And they put together a couple of decent drives. Grizzard still ain't he's not Liam Cohen. But he's starting to figure it out. He got all the weapons, so there's no excuse now. And nobody expected Mike to come back and have that kind of game. Mike came back and balled out. That's the bright spot. Him and McMillan, he balled out. So it's how they losing. And it's not about I don't expect them to run the table, but if you're gonna lose, the game gotta be like, okay, we tweak this, and we good. The game can't be like, shit, y'all, what the you ain't got nothing to base it on other than you suck.
But
y'all
no
defense.
But you know what I think about though? I could do that for every team across the league at this point. I mean, that's why I'm saying I'm not seeing where there's a drastic drop off from just Tampa to where there is with Denver or Green Bay or Chicago or the 49ers or the Rams. I mean, the Rams out here scoring, but they can't stop nobody. The Lions out here scoring, they can't stop nobody. So I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, either it's going to be a lot of fireworks in the playoffs when it comes to offense, is what it's looking like, because can't nobody defense get nobody off the field unless you play in Houston. Again, I look at Seattle. I don't think that they're good. I just don't think that they're good. They're that good of a football team. They're probably the better of the defenses in the NFC. But again, I mean, they talking about the Rams top 5 defense. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So I mean, I get what you're saying, but I could go across both conferences and look at all teams that are in that are playoff contenders. I really don't. I'm not seeing where y'all drastically in trouble than the next team. That's just
I'm
how I view
not.
it.
Listen, that yeah, you sound real good with that one. I still bank it on is how they losing, and that's what's irking me is how
Hey,
they are losing. I
it's
mean,
how other teams are winning too.
yeah, oh, absolutely, because New Orleans, hey, come on, New Orleans winning so much they done found their quarterback, ain't that right, Kratos?
See, there y'all go with that shit again. Y'all, you know what?
Yes,
I
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
you were
sir.
telling y'all,
Tyler showed enough. Yo, boy.
y'all
Oh,
making my
show
goddamn y'all like getting my blood pressure up. I see that shit.
Hey, all I know is Show outperformed Bryce Young to a total of 256 passing yards. So he was looking pretty decent, you know, when it was time to put the ball down the field and put points on the board. He was looking pretty good.
Yeah,
So,
man. They say he's the news around the league is that he's getting comfortable, more and more comfortable in his role as quarterback. That's all I see.
Boy, y'all trying
I know
to
Will. We talked about it last week, and I've been joking about it all weekend. But real talk, I don't know why you don't like the man. He's got enough of the skills, man, to be a decent quarterback, bro. He ain't gonna be no Drew Brees, but he got enough of the skills to be a decent quarterback. And I think Kellen Moore is doing a good job with him. So you better go ahead and tell Rattler to get ready to be that great backup quarterback and do his thing. But as far as him taking over the starting position, only that's gonna happen if Show enough get hurt.
Yeah, because that goddamn run that he did and his ass got clacking like. I was like, ooh, bet you gonna stay your ass in the pocket. That's 2 times. Go ahead.
I mean, hey, he's been balling out these last 2 games, man. Like I said, we definitely made him. Man. We made him look like a superstar that Sunday, rushing for 2 touchdowns and carving up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. So he's definitely trending upwards. Then he what's the word? He one-ups that performance and outplays Bryce Young the very next week.
Yeah.
So mind you, like we always said, we already talked about the penalties. Like it was weird how many penalties they was, how many bullshit penalties they were calling or wouldn't call this weekend. But hey, whoever in control of what's going on, whatever, they setting it up pretty good because now we once again down to the wire. All Tampa really got to do is win the next 2 and they good. So Carolina got to beat us twice. So because they lost to you guys.
The crazy thing about this all, man, is the Saints got more wins in the division than anybody.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's the craziest part of it all, though. That's the wildest part. The wins that I didn't think I was going to damn get, I got. And the wins and the L's that I thought I was going to not take, I took. It's wild.
It's that kind of season, man. Like Ant said, this season is crazy. Y'all got the most division wins, but you got the most losses in the division.
So, make it make sense. I don't understand.
It just means
they got the same number of losses that y'all got, but they get overall losses, yeah. So it's like, as long as you play our division, man, you'd be all right. Everybody else will tear your ass up.
Yeah, that just means that moving forward, will the NFC South be competitive next year? We shall see. I mean, three teams are trending up, and one team just can't get out of their own way. So I get they just like being the trash of the NFC. They like being there for some reason, man. I cannot understand for the life of me. We never have more than one competitive team. And when I use that word competitive loosely, one competitive team, to represent in the NFC as opposed to the NFC West. We are all three of their teams, with the exception of the Cardinals, is like, okay, Cardinals, we understand what you're gonna do. But the other three, they pretty much they solid teams, man. And I just can't put my finger on it as to why that is so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all know it's coaching between last year and
It's
this year.
coaching, man.
Yeah, it's coaching.
Coaching.
We all know it's coaching, man. I was happy when we got rid of ours last year, and I'm trending for y'all too, for y'all to get rid of y'all damn coaches, and bring somebody in that's going to actually do something with with the teams. Because I want to see the NFC South. I want us to be a goddamn force to be reckoned with, especially when we play each other. But I'm talking about when we out there just doing our thing. I want to see us goddamn thrive, and this shit is not happening. Like, fuck, come on.
Man, I'm hearing news from one Bucks place that they've been putting this little stuff out. They trying to soften the blow and basically in a roundabout way telling us they ain't getting rid of Bowles, man. And I already, unless he has a total collapse in these next 3 games, and I personally think it's set up perfect for him. You fell on hard times. New Orleans gave you a new lifeline. All you gotta do is take care of what you need to take care of these next 3 games. If you can't do that, my boy, you can't get your teams up for these next 3 games.
It's gonna be a problem.
You need to be gone. You need to be gone. It's time to start new. Blow it up, coaching staff wise. Blow it up and get a new coach, man. I mean, he in a perfect position. He on the hot seat, but he's in a perfect position, to cool that seat down a little bit, to put a little ice on it. All he gotta do is do his job, which he blaming on the players. I mean, they do. The players share some of the blame in this. They really do, but you're the head. So who they gonna come to when the team ain't playing right? You. And he sit over there on the sideline with that same look, first, second, and third, fourth quarter the whole time. Like looking like he gotta take a shit, man. That's what he looking like the whole time. The whole game, he looked like he gotta take a shit. He have his arms crossed. That's it. Just those like, bro. This is a new generation of athletes. That shit dead. That Dungy type coaching, it ain't. How many more Dungy coaches in the league are winning right now with that Dungy type vibe? None of them. None of them. There's no accountability. There's no accountability. We don't see it, and he already said this is a players' team. So, I mean, yeah, he don't win out. He got to go, man. He's gone.
You think it's controversy going on within the locker room?
It's definitely controversy. He told you what it was. He said you got to care. At the end of the day, you got to care, and he basically saying they don't care. They don't care. So, and then we get news that Zion McCollum got a hip injury, so he's on IR, and I'm like, he was getting cooked, and he's probably one of the ones that didn't care because he just signed his little new deal or whatever. And ever since he signed the deal, he been ass. He been straight ass. So he probably one of the ones. They ain't hesitate to put him on IR. All the other injuries that they had all this year, which they haven't been reporting, the right way. They refuse to put all those players on IR, but he instantly going on IR. So that tells you something right there, when it comes to him. But yeah, man, they got to do some soul searching, and in this off season, some moves got to be made because this team is not up to par with the big teams, with the contenders. They are not. So that's just my 2 takes on the Bucks. But we're gonna move back on and talk about this Carolina New Orleans game because Carolina too had an opportunity to really put a stronghold on the NFC South, and in true Carolina fashion, they said, "Nah, we don't want it. We do not want it. We are not worthy. We're gonna lose to the goddamn New Orleans Aints." New Orleans Aints, man. Well, you got a quarterback, man. We just covered this, but you got a quarterback. You got to deal with it. Now it's all about putting pieces around him. That's all it is. It's about putting pieces around him. Y'all didn't get rid of Olave, which is a good move. You kept Olave, I think Kamara's gone next year, so that should free up money for y'all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. I guess I'll give him a chance. Yeah, I know I'm saying a whole lot right now because y'all looking like, what the hell? I'm gonna give him a chance. But see, my thing is, if I give this dude a chance and he show me his true colors, he can't come back from it. So we got where we at? We got New York Jets and Tennessee.
That's
and
a
then we
W.
got Fool.
That's a W for you guys.
Okay.
I mean,
We got the
and
Jets
how
and
many times
Tennessee,
you
and then
want to
we
be
got-
on stage? How many times you want to be on stage, Ant?
It's breaking up on my end. My bad, gents.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot. So yeah, and then we got Atlanta to be determined. So they gotta show me, man. I'm gonna have to see.
Show you
Saints
what,
gonna
man.
win out. Saints gonna win out.
Yeah, y'all
We went
better
out. Hey,
win.
we went out.
I
I'll
need
come
y'all.
back.
I need y'all to beat us like Carolina beat us 30-0, dog. You got. We're gonna help be show enough on us.
We went out. I'll come back on here and I will eat my words. But we gotta win out.
No, you just gotta
Elliot.
beat us. Then you can beat us.
Telly, I know you sitting up here, you want Raheem to be gone, but I think he saved his job on Thursday night.
He ain't saying nothing.
Okay.
Nah,
He can win in the division. I think he saved his job.
The insiders have all said that did not help him, his case, because he still had 19 penalties, and a lot of those penalties I didn't argue about. So to me, when your team have that many penalties, that's a team thing. That's a coaching thing. Your team ain't prepared. They ain't ready to play a division game. We already eliminated from playoffs. How you using your players out there on that field this time of year when all these injuries happening? What are you trying to do? And then you celebrating like you just clinched the division or some stupid ass mess. So he gone. He gone. So it's I'm over here looking at other coaches, man. I'm preparing for next year. I'm looking at other coaches and potentially looking at a sleeper quarterback in the draft. So he ain't saving nothing, man. Because next week we get mollywop. We gotta play the Rams. We get mollywop. We get mollywop by the Saints. So that's all. That's all.
I mean, the smart thing would be to lose out, but I don't know. I'm with Ant. Like, I see Atlanta competing with the Rams. I can see that.
You want to
I
see
can see
that
that because one thing y'all do have,
you want to see that.
your defense travels. Your defense travels, man. So
Defense travels.
I mean, I don't know. You wishing for him to be gone, and then plus Miami got a little hot streak, so McDaniels might have saved his job.
He might have saved his job. So my hopes and dreams is fading on him. But Raheem ain't did nothing, man. He ain't did nothing because it's just been too many embarrassing losses this year. Defense improved, and it just shows that you're, as a head coach, you're not dialed in. You brought in your friends and your buddies and stuff like that, and the first 2 years that didn't work, and you still holding on tight to that doggone offensive coordinator. Your special team people done started to fold. It's just all your picks and all your choices has been messed up. Jeff fell in our lap, thank God, because we would have wasted those young men, first year in the league. So he's done well with them boys. So that was a favor. He probably been gone sooner than that if he didn't hire him. So he's gone.
At St. K said he ain't saved his job. He just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah, exactly, man. I appreciate that.
I don't know. I think we need to keep Raheem in place, man. There's more.
I know you want to keep him in place, man. Hey, I'll make a deal with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'll make a deal with you. If you keep Bowles, I'll keep Raheem.
Damn.
I'm just saying, man. It just seems like there's a lot more upside to Raheem. He needs to, continue to develop.
His damn head. You're right.
He needs to continue to develop in that coaching role, man. I see. Seriously, I see Atlanta on the up and up, man. He tweaked the coaching staff. He tweaked the coaching staff a little bit.
You see how he chuckling?
Yeah.
You see how he chuckling? How you saying that?
Hey, when you call Corey on Friday, man, did he sound like? Because right now he sound like he really off. Maybe that took a little longer down to settle in because he's a little off right now. This conversation.
No, man. I mean, he was he wasn't singing Raheem praises either. So well, he's stuck on Todd Bowles, but as far as I'm concerned, Todd Bowles just got like a 3-year extension this offseason. So that's your coach of the future.
That's right.
And I think it's a lot to be excited about. I look at the roster. I think there's a lot to be desired on defense. Young offense. They looking like the NFC South show on turf over in Tampa. So,
Surf and turf.
I can't wait to see Bowles back next year. I like to see brothers on the sideline. Him and Raheem. Keep the NFC South right where it's at. I like. I love what I'm seeing out the NFC South. I don't know. I don't know who trash no more. As far as I'm concerned, there is no king of the NFC South shit. I mean, that's week to week.
Yeah.
Anybody can get it. The title is open. And then to make matters worse, man, when y'all converted on that 4th and 14, they flashed a picture of Kyle Trash celebrating. Bruh, Trash was like, "Yeah, get their ass for cutting me."
It was 3rd and 28.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they caught it right in front of Kyle Trash. Like, you couldn't make that shit up, man.
I had to leave that to Will to bring that up, man. I was wondering who's gonna say somebody, but I know my guru over here, Mr. Football himself, was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, it was third. It was a beautiful pass, 3rd and 20, and perfectly laid on the outside on the post corner. I've never heard of that man at wide receiver, but for whatever reason, he came out and started cooking. They letting anybody out there run around.
And then get what?
I'm glad to see unemployed people, white wide receivers cooking in the league. I mean, it was a free fall in Tampa. I thought I was gonna get out there and run around it too. I didn't know half the people running around.
Yeah, old boy Seal, the one who converted on that catch, he dropped a touchdown.
He dropped a touchdown. He dropped passes every game.
Yes, he did. And it's crazy because it's like they forgot that Kyle Pitts, remember that he was taking the 3rd overall or whatever. So shit. I mean, it was Tampa out there making sure people getting paid.
They were checking their uniforms. They didn't want to get the creamsicles dirty, man. That's what it was. Them boy was
I think Raheem coached a hell of a game. Great clock management. The penalties was all a part of the show. It was all a part of the show.
Go ahead and mute Ant, man. Go ahead and mute Ant right now. Mute Ant.
I'm telling you, I never seen.
I don't know what the hell you had in that glass over there, bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I had Tampa Bay defense on fantasy. We had -3 points. I'd never seen Kirk Cousins play so inspired in my life. I mean, the tight end went for 288 yards. It was getting crazy out there. The tight end had 45 points to fantasy. I'm not even sure how that happens, but
And, hey, he was auditioning for Around the League, man. That was Kyle Pitts. And speaking of Around the League, there was some pretty decent games being played on Sunday as well, man. The Niners looking like they back to rare form as they trample over the Titans. And you want to talk about that game?
Mm-hmm. Ain't much to talk about. It's the Titans. I take no glory in beating up on retarded kids. I used to be a bully, and I left the retarded kids alone. I would ain't no glory in beating on the Titans. They trying to play for the number 1 seed, meaning number 1 pick overall. I don't think they know they head from their ass. So it's the Titans. That was a practice. That was a practice on Sunday. That's all that was.
Well, you basically got practice games for the rest of the year because y'all play Phillip Rivers, Old Man Rivers next.
I wouldn't say that though. Now, I wouldn't say that. I think we got a pretty competitive schedule. I think everybody that we playing is vying for playoff positioning right now, including the Colts, the Bears, and the Seahawks is what we got on tap. So, I mean, hey, if the Seahawks go in to do work on the Rams this weekend, I mean, we could be the number 2 seed.
Could.
Crazy to think about.
But y'all playing old Phillip Rivers, man. Like Cam said, I'm not blitzing him. I'm playing straight coverage because he can't push the ball down the field. I think my front four can get to him.
One thing about me, I think we all Southerners here. I respect my elders, and that man from the Bible Belt. I have, I wish him the best of luck. Maybe he's gonna be better week 2. Maybe they open it up a little more and let him do some things he can do. I saw some good throws, some really, really good throws from Phillip Rivers, this past week. So, I mean, I don't know what to expect. I mean, I think him playing in Indianapolis could make him play well because he's going to be playing indoors and he can get some of his calls off at the line. I think playing in Seattle, your first game is kind of crazy. So we you never know. So I'm excited to see what happens with Phillip Rivers, but I'm not putting nothing past him because our defense ain't no better than Tampa's right now.
Man, fuck you. Like I'm still trying to. Hey, I'm still trying to wrap my mind over Phillip Rivers coming out there looking like what old boy name off of The Longest Yard?
Burt Reynolds.
Looking like Burt Reynolds, man.
You can't make
poke high.
You said Al Bundy.
Hey. Listen. Now he was checked. The whole game was checked down in quick screens. Like and said he had some good throws. Okay. Okay, Ed. Yo, he has some good throws, them good screens, and it's an indictment on Richardson though. Like, buddy, that's supposed to be you out there, but because of you getting tired in plays and having to take your ass out of the game, and you doing all this other stuff that doesn't relate to being a NFL quarterback, they bring in a 44-year-old guy. 44. Come on. Number one, they bring in Daniel Jones. They bring in Daniel Jones.
It's a sad situation, Mo. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we all knew that Anthony Richardson was ass at Florida, so his translation to the league is no surprise to anyone. I don't think. I didn't know he had a weak ass eye socket because that's apparently is what keeping him out. He can't open up his fucking eyes. So I mean, if it ain't one thing, it's another, man. I think I would feel some way about myself if I got a senior citizen, this man getting AARP and free cups of coffee at McDonald's, and you sitting on the sideline. Man, what is we talking about? Man, go and wrap it up. Go and wrap it up, man. Go back home wherever you from. Do what it is you do, and just say you played in the league for a little while.
Hey,
he
done
stole the church's money. He done dipped his little hand in the offering pan. And you done con somebody out a first round pick, man. You can hang your hat on that and just go home. Go home.
That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Telly.
I was saying, how many people that don't like us have done that over years? Just stole money, and some of them still stealing. Like some of these quarterbacks, I forget they even in the league, and they are QB2 on some teams. I was like, how? Yep. They ain't a QB2 in college no more.
All I know is Richardson should be ashamed of himself.
He should.
And every quarterback out there that's under 44 years old that just recently left the league that didn't get a call should be pissed.
Ooh.
They should be pissed.
Hotter than fat fish grease, too. Hotter than fish grease. Speaking of QBs, Ant, I'm going to go ahead and give you your props. Remember I was talking about Purdy, yada, yada. I'm giving him his flowers. He did good.
Against the Titans, man.
But I still like Mac Jones. I'm going to still say it.
It's okay. There's a whole bunch of things, if you watch that game, that Mac Jones just cannot do. I mean, it's just simple ball knowledge. It's the mobility. It's the pocket movement and stuff like that. All props to Mac Jones. He's a good football player. Maybe we'll see him in Las Vegas, Minnesota next year. I don't know what's going on. Ain't no telling. He might be the Colts quarterback. We have no clue. Hey, Brock gonna do what Brock do. BCB.
Yeah, I think Mac Jones' phone is gonna be ringing, in the offseason. Definitely.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's gonna need a quarterback. I can see him going to Pittsburgh.
Man, Rodgers coming back next year.
I could definitely see him going to Pittsburgh. Who else? And then the way Joe Burrow talking right now, like he ain't loving the game no more, boy. He's not loving the game. So
But Joe, he's on the spectrum, bro. You know that?
No.
Yeah, he got an IEP.
Yeah, he on the spectrum for real. That's what he's talking about on those press conferences. He's not. He's struggling with his mental thing.
Damn.
Man,
Really
man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If I had to play football in fucking Ohio, I would be on the spectrum too. I mean, it's cold. I don't even know who goes to Cincinnati or whatever, Cleveland. It's a terrible place to be. And I mean, it don't take much. I don't understand why when you look at the city, and if you're an owner or you're like a general manager, say, man, let's do everything we can to try to make this quarterback as feel loved and as appreciated as possible. I mean, they do everything the opposite in Cincinnati. I mean, they have one of the worst ownership, top 3 to me in the league, what they doing over there. So I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, and you can't take it with a grain of salt, because when you start hearing players start talking like this, Justin Jefferson, you know, AJ Brown, you start hearing this. This is how players start negotiating. This is how players start moving their way out of franchises nowadays. When they go to deleting their social media, these are negotiation tactics. These are exit strategies. So you can't take it like, a player under contract and it don't mean nothing no more. Oh, it mean a lot. And so when these guys start getting fed up, they won't show up. They'll do whatever it takes to try to get up out of Dodge. So
I think Joe, he brought on himself though. Like we discussed it earlier in the off season. I wouldn't have paid T. Higgins, man. I'm throwing that money to the defense. It's some good receivers out there. It's some tier 1B and tier 2 type receivers that they could have got for less cost of T. Higgins. They still got the same production out of those guys. But what they chose to do, they chose to say, hey, we're gonna score a lot of more points than everybody. Defense, just get us one stop. Which is the MO for a lot of teams this year. It's an offensive explosion. Hey, that's what the league wants. They want more offense, whatever. But it didn't work that way for Cincinnati. They don't have any defense, So I understand, Joe, but you on the spectrum, but you put yourself there, So it could be worse. His coach could be giving him the wrong wristbands. So I mean, speaking of wrong wristbands, like Shador, I don't know what else. Man, I'm telling y'all, this is must-see TV. This script has been written to perfection. This guy, how you get your starting quarterback the wrong wristband, and how do you say that in front of everybody, in front of a press conference? Like they playing in our face, man. They are literally playing in our face.
Yep.
Corey, with that being said, do you think that dude trying to dang on sabotage himself to get the hell up out of there?
Man, again, who want to coach and play in Ohio? I mean, let's be. I ain't got nothing against Kevin Stefanski. I do, but I believe he is a good play caller. I think he is a good coach. Honestly, I really do. He's in a situation where he's stuck between a owner, a general manager that don't see eye to eye, and the head coach clearly is not in sync with what they got going on upstairs, and he feel like he probably getting bullied one way or the other. I don't think he's fond of Shador either, but man, Kevin Stefanski done over there in Cleveland. They ain't winning nothing over there. They ain't winning nothing. So
wait a minute, let's go back to that, Kelly. You dropped something on us. You think Stefanski's self-sabotaging?
I just threw it out there. I mean, you made a statement that how does a coach, because we've think about it over the last couple of weeks, man, we've been talking about this dude in small spurts, right? And for a coach to be coach of the year not once but twice in the last 4 years, so 2 of the last 4 years he's been a coach of the year, and he's doing these things,
right?
That we've been talking about over the weeks. Who does that?
We've been saying about.
I would tell you, man, I've been around a lot. I've been around a lot of football coaches, man. They're some of the most detail-oriented people ever to ever exist on this planet. And I mean, they cross their T's, dot their I's 11, 10, 20,000 times. I mean, they paid $8-10 million for a reason. And you got a young quarterback going into the week. You're not making sure he prep, and got the right equipment ready to go. I mean, come on. I mean, that doesn't happen. You got people on staff to make sure that he's out there ready to go. and locked in. So I'm not sure how something like that happens unless it's being done on purpose.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's my
It's
thing.
got to
Like, what?
be.
Yeah.
I said it.
So what else can it be? Because I think we've now killed this pig a million times about sabotaging Sador.
Yep.
You know, so I like, what else could it be? Could it be, you know, he's like, I don't want to be a part of this rodeo. I'd rather just coach football without all the extra drama that's come along with it. This kid is here, he ain't going nowhere. So the only thing that I can change is myself and get myself up out of here.
I mean, that's a pretty bold move. You know, it's real bold. If that's what he's
Yeah.
doing, my
Yeah.
hats off to him because you got the best DN in the league in
Yeah.
Myles Garrett. You know, and
And
that's
but it's the
you.
worst
You can build
organization.
around that. Yeah, but I get
But you
he's
know what, Mo?
yeah.
You know what, Mo? They've been trying to build around that for Miles Garrett on about year 7 or 8. I mean, they've been trying to build around that for a long time. And I mean, when you look at this team week after week, I don't see any positives. I don't even know where you even start to rebuild with this freaking football team. I don't, because the receivers are terrible. The defense is not as good as we once thought it was. I mean, they're getting whooped on week in and week out. The offense, I mean, the offense is terrible. The offensive line is terrible. The secondary used to be their strong point, and I don't even know what's going on there. Like I'm not seeing where you start. And I think Stefanski sees that too. Like the whole team is just bad. The whole team's bad. I don't think you bring in a quarterback, even if you had a good quarterback. Now you got to go out here and get at least 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, because you have 0.
Yeah, I mean Judy's a 3. I mean let's keep it a buck. He a slot receiver.
He's a 4.
Hey, I'm
I
3,
mean,
4. Hey, the jury's out. 3 or 4. He one of them. He definitely not a 1 or 2.
yeah, he won. He's trending close
And,
to damn 4.
yeah, and Steve Smith, and that goes to show you, Steve Smith ain't told not one lie when it comes to rating them receivers, man. He has not. So
Not one.
I mean, okay, so Stefanski trying to get out of there. That's a new spin. Maybe
Mm.
that's what needs to be addressed, and people aren't talking about it. But you do realize the Browns get almost as much or equal to press as the Cowboys do this whole season. That shit ain't never happened. That ain't
Yeah.
never happened. So it's like they every week, since we says like the NFC South is week to week, the Cleveland Browns are week to week. They like, what can we do this week to keep our name out there? Like what? Let's name something else that we could do, man. You know, like you should order the defensive wristband instead of the quarterback wristband. You know, he out there calling zones for offense, and they like, oh man, this ain't the right shit. You know, so yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That man said Judy's on the practice squad.
Hey, Judy's somewhere else right now, man. It definitely ain't his mind ain't on football, you know. But regardless, even in that division, they would still be competitive because the Steelers, I mean, they on top of the division. We watched that game last night, and they won. They won, you know, but it just looks ugly. It doesn't look convincing, you know. Like I guess everybody waiting on the Ravens to say, all right, we back, we gonna go on, you know, assume the role, you know, as the champs. But nah, it's a bad year for quarterbacks and you know elite players in the AFC. You know, Mahomes went out Sunday. You know, that was pretty bad. I saw that knee when it buckled, and I was like, oh Jesus, you know. Now it is normally when he gets injured like that. Remember his knee popped out a couple years ago. They popped that bitch back in, and he kept playing. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know. So this year it's just not going their way. You know, from Houston, you know, putting a beat down on them the week prior. I guess they was like, yeah, we finna phone this in. We can't make the playoffs. We might as well sit him down. But it's unfortunate that it happened like that. You know, and then Michael Parsons, he tore his ACL, man. So it's a lot of big name injuries this year. Injuries are a part of the game, but there's a lot of big names that's out. Like,
Yeah. I think Parsons was the biggest hit to a team injury wise because Kansas City's season was over. So to me, Mahomes, he could have shut it down anyway after that game for the most part. Hey, he had to do it by injury, but their season was over. But Green Bay was playing some good ball. I don't know what happened to him on Sunday with Chicago or whatever, but possibly was Parsons tore his knee like closer to the end of the game anyway. So, but when he came into the team, that defense, kept up a little bit by his presence being there. So, and they've been playing some pretty decent ball. Offense finally came back to life, and they've been playing. They were trending over the last couple of weeks. So now, I don't know, man. They might result back to what they were.
I don't really think the jump that he's giving Green Bay was that significant. Green Bay was a good defense last year under Hafley. Everybody's talking about Jeff Hafley as the head coach next year. The defense wasn't bad. It gave him an extra kicker, but I don't think Green Bay was playing particularly well either. I think they were up and down too. I mean, again.
So you say at this time of the year, well, what they're doing, what they're trending, that a healthy Parsons is not a good addition for that team.
No, I think he's a great addition. I think he's a great addition with all the guys that they have up front. They have a good defense, regardless. I don't think looking at the games this year with Green Bay, it's a matter of the offense getting going, not so much the defense. I mean, Jordan Love plays so up and down week after week. He plays down to who he's playing against, and sometimes he's playing like the player we saw a few years ago. But I think ultimately it comes down to what the offense is going to be able to do, because they're not lighting it on fire like they once was. We saw this team under Aaron Rodgers. They don't look like the same team offensively. They struggle, and they have a problem finding some consistency in what they want to do on offense. But yeah, Micah Parsons definitely helps for sure. But again, that goes back to my initial point. What I said earlier is I don't look at no team right now and say, man, this team's run away. I don't think Green Bay was that team that everybody thought they was going to be, because their defense wasn't lights out.
Well, I don't put them as a team that was going to win it all. But, I mean, I thought they could at least won 1 or 2 games in the playoffs. Now I don't feel that at all. They're going to make the playoffs by record, but they're going to probably be a one and done.
I don't think one and done. Parsons, though.
So right now, if I had to ask you, Kratos, who's your NFC team and who's your AFC team going to the Super Bowl? Give me 2.
Detroit.
You see where we'll look at you at the way Ant looked at you. You said Detroit.
I know.
No, I said Detroit. And Detroit, Chicago, NFC.
AFC.
Man, y'all,
all right,
AFC. Hold up, man.
Houston, definitely.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a chance to respond. I'm gonna give you a chance, but yeah, AFC. You saying Houston?
Houston. New England.
New England. You picking the popular picks, but okay, let's go with NFC North. The Lions are currently in 3rd place, and in jeopardy of not making the playoffs. So you still going with the Lions, which is cool, but I'm just saying they in 3rd place right now.
I didn't want to give Ant the satisfaction, man, because my cousin a fucking 49er fan.
That ain't my pick.
All right, man, 49ers.
Hey, Cradle, it's your pick, man. All I'm saying is we just talked about Green Bay and how Parsons didn't really impact the team. I know he brought 12.5 sacks with him, and he brought the ability to have every quarterback running for their life every time they drop back, which made the defense easier.
Hey, but Mo, go look at where their defense was ranked last year.
I understand they were good last year. Some pieces left from last year as well, and went to other squads. But I don't think they fall off too far as their defense or whatever, but it's definitely going to be a difference. It is definitely going to be a difference because Parsons brought that it factor with him. He elevated everybody else's game around him, particularly on the defense. Now, I agree with you on the offense, Will. I'm still trying to figure out what these elite receivers that Green Bay has. I I'm still trying to figure that out. Because that's all they harp about is Green Bay and their elite passing game. When Kraft is gone for the season, Watson a little banged up, and outside of him, them other guys, they just Jags. They other guys, they don't have a 1A. They don't have I'm still trying to figure out the top receivers for Green Bay. Where they don't even rank
There
in
hasn't there
in the
hasn't been any.
That's what I'm
And that
saying.
goes to my whole point. You take Golden in the first round. He's ass. He's a slot receiver. Jaron Reed, whatever he is, we don't know. Jaden Reed, we don't know what he is. The Dontavian Wicks, we who are these people? Christian Watson can't stay on the field. Romeo Dobbs running around with a big ass fucking fathead helmet on. I mean, man, look, they tight end gone, dumbass guardian cap with no drip and can't catch.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Tucker,
who other than Jacobs,
I don't see it.
I don't see the guy other than Jacobs at running back. So I mean, I think they win one playoff game, maybe. We'll see. I think they still got to play Chicago one more time as well. They got to play them,
They
so
do.
they jockeying for position. So we'll see. But tell it, who's your NFC team? We'll talk about that NFC contender coming out, winning the NFC.
I still got the Rams, man. I know Ant don't like to hear that because he don't believe in their defense, but I don't know. I don't think they have a strong defense. They got a weak defense. I mean, the weakest defense, I should say. But whatever you want to say, if you ain't putting up 40 points with their ass, you ain't beating them. So their defense is part of their offense. Is you gotta score with me. I don't care what your defense is like on the other side. You gotta score with me, and they prove it week in, week out. After that halftime, they come out, they wipe the floor with teams. So I don't know what to do with that. So for me, this NFC is going to be more likely the Rams. It's going to be a tough game down the stretch, but I think the Rams can pull it out. And then AFC, everybody's riding to Denver. Denver got a great defense. Got Sean Payton over there, a lot of experience. What's that one name? Bo Nix is playing some good ball, but I think this is the year of Allen. So I think Josh Allen going to come from behind and make his way to the Super Bowl. I don't know if he's going to win it, but I think he'll make it there. But I think the sleeper team in the AFC is somebody that better. I said it in the beginning of the year of this podcast. Jacksonville, y'all need to watch out. They ain't a great team, but they're a team that people need to pay attention to. That's all I'm gonna say. They ain't gonna go to the Super Bowl. I ain't saying that shit, but they're gonna hurt something. Team slipping. They're gonna be that team that somebody is looking past, and they're gonna end up catching that L. So that's all I gotta say. Pay attention to it.
So you say the Rams? Okay, I think we'll know more about that on Thursday when they play Seattle, because we'll see what happens. And I think the Rams need home field in order for them to make a deep run. They play good at home. I don't see them going on the road and just dominating. I do not, and I think the injury to Devontae is going to play major factors in the seeding. That injury, he got a hamstring injury, so Puka is all world, but I'm with Ant. I ain't seeing nothing else. I don't see it. So I think Thursday will tell us a lot, about that number one seed. I'm not saying Seattle gonna be number one seed. I'm saying that the winner of that game is gonna shift the rankings, in the seeding for the playoffs, depending on the next couple of games or whatever. So, Ant, who you got?
Surprisingly, I'm actually with Telly on this one. But I think it's something that you mentioned on this more. I think home field advantage is going to mean something for both conferences. If the Rams have to go on the road, that is not going to be good for them. And because I'm not saying that they're going on the road, they're going to play in a very cold environment, either Chicago or Green Bay or something like that, possibly Philly. That's what it's looking like if they have to go on the road. And I don't like that. And also, like you said, the Devontae Adams injury is huge because him going down with that hamstring injury did not look good at all.
Nope.
I thought it was worse than what I thought it might have been an Achilles the way he kind of just went straight down with that. But that's gonna be definitely something to pay attention to. But I'm still the Rams are just the Rams gonna be a tough team to beat. And the reason why I say that is because I'm noticing something that they're doing a lot more now, and they're running the ball with Blake Corum a lot more, and I think that's going to carry well into the postseason, especially when they're playing these 3 tight end sets that they started to do, and they're getting all 3 of their tight ends on the field, playing a lot of 31 personnel and stuff. So they're running the ball. They're priming themselves up to being able to run the ball and muddy up the games. And when you have an injury like Devontae, I think they're going to force teams to play down with them, and they're going to be able to run the ball and do some different things in the passing game with Devontae being out. So I would definitely say Thursday, something to look out for is watch how much they run the football with Blake Corum and with Kyron Williams. And I think that's going to be something to really, really pay attention to. But I like the Rams coming out of NFC, and I think they'll end up playing. I think they're going to end up playing somebody from one of those cold weather cities, and I think it's going to ultimately end up being Philadelphia. I think that's who it's going to be. So I got the Rams and Philly in the NFC, and I hate Philly. I don't like the way they play. They're an ugly team to watch. I mean, but they're just one of those teams that the strong offensive line, the strong defensive play, and they have the ability to also to make teams play down with them. It's just a matter of taking care of the football, and that's something they do. They have done well in the past, not so much this year, but Philly, and the Rams, and I say after AFC, man, I think the Bills are going to have a lot to say, but I think them having to either go to New England is going to be interesting, or if they have to play a Houston team, it's going to be real interesting. But I like Houston in the AFC, and I like the Bills as well. So I got Houston and Houston, but weirdly I got the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
That ain't what I got. I got the Eagles repeating as the NFC champions. I got the Eagles coming out of it because despite what's going on, I think they turn it on when it's time. They doing just enough to get to where they need to be, and they gonna pull it off. They going back. I didn't say they was gonna win. From the AFC, I got Houston upsetting the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl. And the reason I say that is because I love that defense. At the end of the day, I love that defense. Like they I'm sorry. I see Houston upsetting the Bills, and it's Philly versus Houston. And with that being said, it seems like it's primed for Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl. Telly, does this put a stain on? What does this say about Josh if he doesn't make it this year? With Mahomes being out and Lamar possibly being out also. What does this say about Josh?
He don't want it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah. I think just watching them play, man, the last couple of weeks, I thought that game Sunday, man, they kind of showed me who they were because they could have folded. They didn't look like they had no answer. And then all of a sudden, second half, man, them boys went in and re-engineered a game plan and came out and executed. And there was nothing the team could do to stop them. Denver couldn't do nothing. They walked their ass right back down, and it wasn't even a game. It was a tale of two halves. So I just think he has found that next gear to not get flustered, not try to do too much, because we talked about Josh's Achilles heel in the past is he tried to do too much on his own, and that ended up costing his team games, critical games down the stretch. But you look at him this year, he's not doing that. He's throwing the ball well. He's running when he needs to run. He's playing some really good ball. I think this year is his MVP year. Last year, I think somebody said that was his DEI MVP last year because we all know that was Lamar's, back-to-back MVP for the most part, and they gave it to Josh because they didn't want to give it to Lamar twice in a row. But I think this year he showed me more of an MVP kind of prowess than anything else. So yeah, I think he has. They have what it takes to get there. And so, what does it mean? He needs to at least get there this year. Him not getting there, to me, that's a big, 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 big black mark on his record, regardless of what happens going forward. Because Mahomes gonna come back. He's gonna be who he's gonna be, and all these other young quarterbacks are playing extremely well, and they got some pretty decent teams. The Patriots are gonna be a problem next year. But this ain't a sophomore slump for Drake May. He's already in his sophomore year, and the kid's getting better. Bo Nix is doing nice work. CJ Stroud seemed to start to find a little rhythm himself, and hopefully Jaden Daniels come back and start playing better next year once he's all healed up. So we got a lot of great young quarterbacks, man, that's out there doing their damn thing, and some of these coaches are doing some extremely good things. So yeah, this is his window of opportunity. You gotta take it while you got it.
I disagree with all of that.
I know you do.
I mean, we forget this is one of his worst seasons he's had to me since his younger years when he was all over the place. We forget the game in Atlanta. We forget the game in Miami. We forget the game in New England. I mean, this man has been a turnover machine this year. He's getting sacked because he gets sacked. He's putting the ball in harm's way every time you look up. Even this past weekend, he's put the ball in harm's way. They were down. They haven't showed me anything. They're still the same team that they were when they played Atlanta. The Patriots got up on them early. They could have put that game away, but they're young. They're young, and they couldn't finish, and they made some mistakes down the stretch. The Bills went down there, had a good scoring drive toward the end of the game, gave up a 60-plus yard touchdown run the following play on the first play of the drive. Josh Allen has not learned anything in regards to playing hero ball. That's who he is. It's just a part of who he is. He's going to do that anyway. Who are they wide receivers? Who are they wide receivers?
You've been saying that for a couple of weeks.
I don't think. And that's why he's throwing picks, because he's trying to throw guys open. He's trying to allow guys to make plays. They're not playmakers. They're not playmakers down there. So there were some penalties that could have went the other way that could have helped New England. There was some questionable calls, but I don't think the Bills have learned anything. They're the same team that they've been all year. And I think Josh Allen is going to continue to put the ball in harm's way because he's a quarterback that believes that it's the same thing with mobility. If you watch Lamar, he doesn't understand that you cannot run away from everybody now. As you get older, players come in and pass rushes get better and fast. I mean, I'm watching Pierce over in Atlanta just running everybody down. Josh Allen thinks he can fit balls into every gap that there is out there, and it gets him in trouble. So no, I don't think Josh Allen has learned. I think when he's on and it looks good, but when he's off, which he's off sometimes, it looks bad, and when it rains, it pours over there. So they have a problem as a whole offensive unit of putting the ball on the ground. It remains to be seen. And if he doesn't make it this year, it just goes to show that they still don't have a number one wide receiver or a number two. So
some of your comments about him and what he does, it reminds me of another quarterback that we just said that you just said that's going to win the Super Bowl. So we all know Matt Stafford does the same damn thing. He was trying to fit a ball in the window that we all know he shouldn't be trying. But no damn sure try every single time, and he's an interception machine too.
Now go put their numbers side by side. We talk about interceptions. I mean, Matt Stafford just set the league record with going the most consecutive games without an interception. I don't think Josh Allen ever can do that. I mean, I get what you're saying. As a frequent recently, I would say that Matt has done that, right. Where he has recently, but that's not something that Matt Stafford has done consistently. When I look at Josh Allen game after game, I mean, you talking about the Carolina game. You know, I get what you're saying.
I'm talking about Matt Stafford over his career, what I've seen him as a player. I mean, forget he's a Georgia Bulldog, so I've been watching him since his college. So, right. So yeah, Matt has those tendencies. Yes, I'm not talking about that Allen is a better quarterback or an equal quarterback. I'm just saying the thing that you're talking about is things that Matt Stafford been talked about throughout his career.
Right, but the difference is one has Devontae Adams and the other one's had Puka Nacua. I get what you're saying, and Josh Allen ain't got that. So his propensity to probably throw a pick is a lot higher than Matt Stafford's based off the receivers he got running around.
Facts.
So
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, he
regardless, it's gonna be interesting regardless. You know, hey, I do know one thing. You know, we got a week 16 matchup that has playoff implications for 2-7-17. For 2-7-17, y'all. Playoff implications. The most crucial game of the season, the most crucial game of the weekend. Tampa Bay versus Carolina. What's your score, Kratos? Give me the final score prediction.
Man, I'm a 2017.
Who
Final
wins?
prediction. Tampa, y'all gonna pull it off.
And give me your score prediction. Telly, give me your score prediction
for what?
for the game. Carolina versus Tampa. What's your score prediction?
13-10.
Who wins?
Can't tell you that.
That's gonna be Tampa, bro. Watch.
Who wins, Ant? Give me your prediction. Can he hear me or he just sitting there with his chin on it?
He froze up. He froze up. He said he been glitching over there. So.
And who wins Carolina versus Tampa? Round 1.
man, Tampa gonna win that game.
What's the score?
Tampa punching their ticket this weekend.
Give me a score prediction. Hello?
He's saying
He
he
just
froze.
froze.
Yeah,
What you say? I could get you, Telly. I couldn't get more. What you say?
What's the score prediction? Telly, ask me what the score prediction is.
Man, it's gonna be a lot too little. I'm going 28-17.
Oh, okay.
28-17.
See, Ant been in Vegas, man, because the Vegas got it at a 45.5.
Hey,
Over under at 45.5. So Ant right there, man. I'm
Hey,
going with the under.
all I know is y'all just told me what I needed to hear, man. Usually when everybody's unanimous, that team loses. So with that being said, Carolina 20, Tampa 17. Hey, that's the end of our show, man.
Like that?
Well,
Man,
thank you for
ain't nobody said, I didn't give a pick. I just know it's gonna be a close game. That's all I'm saying.
The whole panel picked Tampa, which means Carolina gonna win this game.
Bro.
I didn't
y'all
pick
gonna
Tampa.
win that game. Why?
I didn't pick Tampa. I didn't pick nobody. I'm neutral right now. I don't know.
Hey, well, maybe we can get a Carolina fan to come on and give us their spiel. You know, since Rich and I don't know what's going on with him.
Rich
He
got some personal going on, man.
He was cussing me. He was cussing in the text.
I know, like I don't know what's going on, man. Like I guess he thought he was gonna disappear and pop back up when Carolina had the number 1 spot, but that didn't happen. So he prolonging his leave of absence. But Rich, we miss you, man. Come on back, and give us your take because I really want to hear what you got to say, when it comes to this game. But like I said, go ahead, like, follow, share, subscribe, and tune in. We on here every Tuesday. It is what it is. South sucks right now, but we're gonna be back, y'all. We're gonna be back.
Peace, y'all.
Out.